Hey everyone, I'm Ceejay and I'm here with Rollerdisco, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do quick maintenance on your skates. So let's start off by getting our skate. Most skates look like this. Okay, and what we're going to do is grab ourselves a skate tool, as you can see here. And then we're just going to basically take off the nuts. And then remove the wheel. Once you've removed the wheel, what I do suggest is you place the nut back on the skate, just so then you don't lose it. And just repeat the process doing all the other wheels. Okay, so now you can see here we've taken all our wheels off and we put them to the side. What I suggest is grabbing yourself a shoe brush like I have here, or a boot brush, and all you're going to do is just brush the trucks, getting all of that grime and dust that's stubby and stubborn. You're just going to remove all of that, as much of that as you can, with your brush. There we go. Once you've removed all the excess dirt and muck, you're just going to grab yourself a baby wipe, okay? And then you're just gonna go around. If you don't have a baby wipe, you can use a cloth with some warm water, warm soapy water. Not too much soap though, just a small amount. You just wanna give them a nice little clean. Make sure it's all good in the hood. Once you've done that, you grab yourself a nice clean piece of tissue, like I've got here, and you just dry it all off. Okay, so now we've dried our skate off. We found that we might have some of our trucks might be a little bit wobbly, which are these bits here. So we may need to tighten those. So you get your tool and just make sure they're nice and tight to the tightness that you need, okay, because you don't want them too wobbly. And you can also check these, make sure that the small nuts there are still nicely connected and not loose. If they are okay, the only other thing on your boot to check is that all your eyelets and hooks are okay, which they are. And also finally making sure your stopper is nice and tight, okay? So you don't have any injuries when you're skating. And that's it as far as the boot. Okay, so now that we've got our skates all nice and clean, what we're going to do is do our wheels. So you can see it's got bearings on. So what you're going to do is use this part of the truck. This is if you haven't got a bearing remover. And you're going to put your wheel on top of the truck, just slightly, not too deep, and you're going to pull. And as you can see, the bearing comes off. You should have a spacer, and then you just do the same process to remove the second bearing. And now you should be left with an empty wheel. You're going to get your wipes and just give that a nice clean. Some people don't clean their wheels, they like to have their dust on it. But if you want to clean it and have a fresh start as much as you can, there you go. Grab yourself a nice little tissue, dry clean tissue, and give it a wipe. And already you can see the difference. I've gone from this to this, okay? And now that we've got the wheel clean, we need to clean the bearings. So, what I recommend is if you can, if it's not a lot of dirt, you just use a tissue, okay, and wipe it. You find that there's a little bit more than a little bit dirt, you can use a wipe, but not for too long. Just a quick wipe to try and pick up some of the dust that is caught in it. This is for a quick clean. After you've done that, if required, you want to then use bearing cream, bearing lube, or in some scenarios, if your wheels just need a little bit of help, 2 little sprays of WD-40 and you're good to go. Okay, so now that the wheel is nice and clean, we just got to put it back together. So you get your bearing, pop one in using your fingers. You get your spacer, put that in the middle, and then finish it off with the last bearing. Once you push that all in together, pop it on the wheel. It should go in nicely, like so. Get your nut, which is this thing, place that on top, and then use your skate tool and just tighten it back up. Now when you're tightening it up, you want to make sure that your wheel has a bit of movement, but it's not wobbly. This, basically you don't want your wheel to be like this. That's too loose. You need to get that nice and tight, so then it moves and there's no movement, okay? And just repeat the process. Okay guys, so that's the tutorial on how to keep your skates nice and clean. And like we said, we recommend maybe every 2 weeks or once a month at least you want to be cleaning your skates. Depends obviously if you're just indoor skating or indoor and outdoor skating. But anyway guys, thank you very much for your time. Stay tuned. This is Rollerdisco. We've got more to show you. Bye.